This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I am joined by trainer Gary Lockett here in Cardiff. Gary, it's good to do an interview with you in person instead of over Zoom.
Exactly.
How's everything going? How did both Chris and Reece look on the scales just?
Yeah, good. Both look good on the scales. It's just a joy that there's a big bill in Wales again. I think it's the biggest bill since maybe 2013, 2014. So, as a trainer, you want your fighters on these type of bills.
Let's start off with Chris. Big fight with Julius Indongo, one which just came out of the blue. I don't think anybody would have ever paired those two names together. So for yourself now and for Chris, how does he feel heading into this fight?
Yeah, he took the fight in a heartbeat. I had an approach from John Wish. I spoke to John Wish about Chris about a week before, and then he sent me a text late one weeknight basically explaining about Julius Indongo, and it's a fight that we think Chris could probably win, and we took it in a heartbeat. I don't think Chris even realised who he was, but he took the fight, and it's a great opportunity for him. And look, we know we're not getting the best Julius Indongo. He's 38 years of age, and obviously he's been stopped a few times, hasn't he, since Crawford? So we'll take that as an advantage really, and hope that Chris can get the victory.
It's still a big name for Chris, and if he was to be successful, it would put him right back into kind of a mix as to what he wants to achieve. Does he feel the pressure, though, to be successful on the back of that defeat to Eko Esserman last year?
I think so, yeah. I think he was boxing really well in that fight. Got hit with a right hand in an awkward spot. And when he come back to at the end of the round, I actually said, beautiful boxing. This is going according to plan. And he leaned in, he said, my ribs are gone. And I said, how bad? He said, really bad. And I think if I knew how bad it was at the time, I'd have probably pulled him out then, just to save him for another day. 2 to 3 ribs broken in half, literally were bouncing, so wasn't very nice for him. He doesn't really have the best of luck, but he made the fight close, and that just goes to show, I think that's testament to what a good boxer he is. But all credit to Eko Esserman stopping him in the 8th round. But since then, we thought he was going to have to come back on a small hall bill in a 6th rounder or something like that, which he didn't want. So when this fight came up, obviously he jumped at the chance.
Moving away from Chris and onto Reece, you've spoken to me about Reece for a while. You've told everybody just how special a talent he is. What should everybody expect to see from him on Saturday night? How much pressure is there on him to perform and to impress?
Well, Andy, the good fighters, I don't think they feel the pressure. I think when they get their opportunity, they shine. So I suppose we'll see tomorrow night how he performs. But, look, it's the biggest stage for him. The media stuff of the last couple of days, I think he's really, really enjoyed it, and he saw a different kind of boxing world, whereas he's been brought up on the small hall bills, and he saw just a completely different world yesterday, the day before, with the press conferences and the media workout and something like that. So I think he's going to thrive on it, and he's going to perform really well.
Talk about his opponent. What do you know about him?
Not a lot, really. I mean, if you look at the record, 13-13, he seems very durable. Got stopped last time out, but I think it was more of a mercy stoppage. I don't think he was actually hurt last round, under a bit of fire. So, look, Reece is under no pressure to go out and stop him. All I want him to do is go out, enjoy it, and look good.
Gary, final thing to get your thoughts on that main event, your former charge, Liam Williams versus Chris Eubank Jr. I mean, have you caught up with Liam at all this week? Yeah,
Liam was down our gym on Monday. Came down just to do a little workout, just a little sweat out, and we had a good chat, spent a couple of hours together, and he looked good. He looked dangerous when he was throwing his punches. So it's a tough fight, not just for Liam, for both men. It's a tough fight.
How do you expect it to play out on Saturday? I say Saturday night, tomorrow night. I can just say now. Everybody's expecting it to catch fire. Everybody's expecting an explosive fight. Given the styles that both possess, is this one which you agree with that idea? You believe that it will just catch fire from the beginning?
No, I think it's going to be a surprise, and I tell you why. It's because Liam's forgot his boxing the last couple of years. He boxed against Mark Heffron, boxed beautifully against Mark Heffron, got the stoppage, but then after that he seemed to become very sort of gung-ho, didn't he? And walking forward in straight lines, swinging. But Liam is a fantastic boxer. He's got great ability, and I think he's going to need to go back to that tomorrow night. I think that's what Adam Booth will probably be looking towards, throwing the shots from the outside, rolling, good feet, keeping the distance, making Eubank use those feet, because he does cross his feet every now and again, doing the same type of thing that George Groves did when he fought him.
What do you make of that link up between Liam and Adam Booth? Liam said to me he just felt like things got a bit stale for him up north in Sheffield, so moving down to Adam Booth now. What do you make of that link up?
I think it's a good link up. I think, in the first place when he left myself and wanted a fresh challenge, I did advise him to go to Adam Booth, but he didn't really want to go to Adam Booth because of a certain thing. But I think the link up is really good. I mean, I think everybody's questioning whether it's enough time. Has he worked with him enough time to get it right? But I think if Adam just gets Liam boxing behind his jab, using his feet, I think that's the best thing that he can do. And I think it gives him the best chance to try and beat Eubank.
Right, Gary, we'll leave that there now because your team just arrived back. So I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for speaking to me in Boxing Social.
Pleasure, absolutely.